Hey everyone, Dreki here, and today I'm reviewing something a little bit different than my normal fare. This is the Prodigy portable disc golf target, and I think it's going to be a great activity to kill some time during my quarantine, so let's go open it up and see how it works. So I figured that this would be a good quarantine activity since I'm not really supposed to leave the house, or at least the yard at all right now. There's a ton of different portable disc golf baskets on Amazon, varying price points from $70 to $120. And all of them have pretty good reviews, so I just sort of went for one that was average price and looked pretty nice. And it's from a Made in America brand too, so that counts for something. Hopefully setup's not too bad. So as you can see, everything is sort of in plastic bags. I'm just going to pull this all out, lay it out for you, and then start putting it together. Now that's laid out, let's check out the instructions. Place base flat on ground. Yeah, here's the base. Insert pole. Easy enough. Insert basket. So one thing I'm noticing right away is that this seems to be a little bit smaller than regulation size. Amazon didn't really have listing on the listing, but it turns out that there are two sizes of this particular model, and I ended up getting the smaller one by accident. So I guess we'll see how it catches, because that's the most important part. Another thing I noticed is that when I was pulling it out of the box, you can see that there's these little buttons that hold the components together, and already one of them was snapped apart and broken, and it looks like as I've been setting it up, a second one here has broken as well. So I'm gonna have to ask the company to send me a couple more of those because it's unfortunate. Otherwise it feels pretty sturdy, and I mean it's made out of solid metal. There's no plastic bits on it except for the flag on top. It's just that these little buttons that hold all the pieces together are broken. And I should have set up the chains before doing that, but I haven't been playing disc golf very long, so hopefully something like this will really help me improve in terms of accuracy in these short to mid-range shots. We don't have a ton of space in the yard here, but it's enough that I can get a good 20-30 feet and practice those medium shots that really add an extra stroke or two to your score. Something like this, being a little bit smaller than regulation, might actually turn out to be a good thing. Although maybe it will make me get used to taking shots with a shorter basket and I'll end up missing on the longer one. You never know. So once you got the chains assembled, it's pretty much just stick it in place, put it on top, and stick it in place, just like that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad overall. I mean, quality-wise, it is solid metal. It doesn't really tip back and forth too much. It's just these little snaps that you saw as I was setting it up. One or two of them have already broken, and I assume the rest are going to break too. They're not super major, but if you go to lift it up to move it like this, and the snaps are gone, it just means that the components are going to fall apart. But yeah, let's go set it up and take a couple shots. So after playing with this basket for a little while, I've noticed a couple things. First of all, it is pretty sturdy in terms of its shakiness, and when you hit it, it doesn't wobble too much. But I am disappointed that the snaps have already broken, because moving it around, having to pick it up by the basket, if this snap here goes, then it pretty much will disassemble itself when you move it. That's not very cool. You can see pretty well what I mean by missing snaps. There's one button here, but there's none in that hole, which means that this is just free to rotate. Or for example, if I were to just grab onto this pole, I can just separate it because those snaps are what hold it in place. The problem is that if this snap here breaks, the entire thing will just come apart when you're trying to carry it. It is smaller than a regulation size basket, and there are times where I've felt I should have made a shot, but it's fallen out just because the basket is so small. That being said, a small basket will improve accuracy over time, so I'm kind of mixed as to whether or not I do want to go out and purchase a full-size one instead. So probably the most difficult part about having the smaller size basket is having to shoot down into it instead of straight across. On a normal size basket, on a regulation course, most shots seem to either be up into the basket or just straight across, almost parallel, where you can flick your wrist and hit it bang on and your disc will go straight in. This one, you almost have to crouch in order to get the best shot into it. It's not parallel, it's down. So unless you're going like this, a lot of the time you actually risk hitting the top and having it bounce up and over, or hitting the edge and just having it bounce out. I find that it's not so much the diameter of the basket as the height that is the thing that makes the biggest difference when shooting with a smaller basket. So one other thing worth mentioning is that this is not a permanent basket. They call it a portable disc golf basket for a reason. It's not the kind of thing I'd leave set up in the yard in the rain. Even though it is made out of metal, I'd worry about it rusting or getting damaged if it was left to the elements. That being said, it is the sort of thing that you could set up and leave it set up. Put it in the shed when you're done, or if you don't have the space, collapse it when you're done and put it into the cupboard. Overall though, it doesn't seem too bad just for casual backyard practice. It's definitely not a real target, but at the same time, it's better than not playing because I'm quarantined. So if you have any questions about this or disc golf in general, just leave me a comment below. I'm pretty newbie at this, but I'll see what I can do to answer. Thanks a lot for watching. Brutal. Just missing all these shots, aren't I?